Mr. Josh King. Can we do that one again?
We never quite know what we're going to get. The stage is yours.
All right. Well, when people go through hard times and have stressful situations happen to them, traumatic experiences, oftentimes we'll respond back by saying a line like, your past does not define you. Isn't that right? That you're strong, you can forget about it, you can move on, and I don't like that strategy. What that implies is that experience that happened to them, whether bad or horrible, has no learning experiences, and there's nothing to learn from it and apply to the future. I think that many people here today, right now, sitting here, have previous experiences that they deem as negative, that have learning lessons, that if they're consciously aware of those learning lessons, could solve some problems that they're facing right now. The issue is that often we don't see those as positive. We see them as negative, and so we want to forget them. To convey this point, I'd like to tell you a story about the time I helped launder money for one of the largest criminal organizations in Australia. Is that okay? So when I first got to Australia, I was a backpacker, broke backpacker. If you guys have backpacked before, you know the deal. You spend every single cent you have on boxed wine and spring rolls and party, and that's all you want to do. So as a backpacker in Australia, what we did in Australia is we get low-level sales jobs like cold calling or appointment setting, right? So there's this room of us, bunch of backpackers in this little part of this big office, just making cold calls every day, having fun, making a bit of cash for our parties. We didn't know what we were selling. The script actually that they gave us was just basic. It was like, hey, so your information just came across my desk. It looks like you're looking for a new investment opportunity to make some extra cash. Is that right? And 99 times out of 100 we get a hang up, but the 1 out of 100, they show interest, we write their information down and shoot it off to someone else. We had no idea what the fuck was going on, but I was good at it. One day I got called into the manager's office, and sitting in the manager's office when I walked in was this guy, tattoos head to toe, jacked out of his mind. He says, oh, mate, so you think you can sell, eh? For those that don't understand Australian, you're good at your job, you think you can sell? I said, yeah, I think so. He's all right, come back tomorrow and fuck out of my office. I said, okay. Got back tomorrow and I got a promotion to junior salesperson. So that means I took those leads that backpacker crew was calling and found, and I gave them to the closers, and I warmed them up for them, or I tried to close them myself. Now, when I got there into the actual office, completely separated from the backpackers, fucking shit changed, man. A few things I noticed right off the bat. Every single person in the office was tattooed head to toe, wearing gold jewelry. They were not business people. They were not salespeople. People would walk around with bags with $5, $10, $15, $20,000 in cash, just flaunting it around. It's the most cash I'd ever seen in my life. I'm like 20 years old at this point. Friday nights, it's fucking wild, but they would make you, if you're a salesperson, go to the office or go to another location. They'd bring a shit ton of drugs and a bunch of girls, and if you didn't show up, they'd show up to your apartment and beat the shit out of you. That's who we're dealing with here. I know a few people that got the shit beaten out of them because they didn't partake in the team culture. It was wild, man. Fucking wild. Now, you listen, oh, dude, drugs and girls, that must have been awesome. I was fucking 20, dude. I came from a small town in Canada. I was terrified. If I said the wrong thing, I might get punched in the back of the head. These were dangerous people. There's one thing that I knew for sure, they could fucking sell. I saw a guy one day, within 10 minutes on a phone call with a random person he called, convince them to charge $50,000 to their credit card. Their understanding of human psychology, their sales strategies, and their sales structure was insane. It was something I'd never seen before in my life. It's terrifying, but fuck, they were good at sales. One day I was making my calls, and the big boss muscle tattoo guy walked, and he was listening to my calls, and he said, hey, you're not following the fucking script. Pick that piece of paper up in front of you and eat it, or get the fuck out of my office. So everyone stopped, and the new guy's getting his fucking teeth kicked in. So it was money or dignity for me, and I chose dignity. I stood up, grabbed my bag, and walked out, and they frisked me before I left the office. A week later, The police raided that office and arrested every single person in it except for us backpackers because we didn't know what the fuck was going on and put them in jail. It turns out it was a massive money laundering operation for one of the big bikie gangs in Australia. The Australians know the bikies. Terrifying, but I took those sales strategies and I kept going. The very next job I had was in the industry that I am in now 10 years later. And because I applied those sales strategies that I learned, tens of thousands of homes around the world now have solar energy on their home, on the roof. Clean energy, saving money, and changing lives for people. So shit might be crazy, but I think there's always learning opportunity. Thanks.
Your sales boys down the back, you take something away? Something to apply? Yeah, shit might be crazy. There's a learning opportunity in it. See, this is why Josh is the resident storyteller. We never quite know what we're going to get, but there's always going to be a little gold nugget and a bit of entertainment in it. Love the story? Yeah. Shall we bring him back again next week? Yeah. Yes? All right, let's bring it.